Man, G4, I guess, were just employing people that really just were looking at this as something that was advantageous to them. They didn't really care about their gig. They were more so, and maybe it was activism, maybe it was just a little quick payday, just something to do, something to be involved in. And we saw, I didn't cover it, but Adam Sessler just going at gamers, talking about how, you know, he doesn't really like them. He says bad things about him, even though he really built his career off of that. It's unfortunate. A lot of us grew up kind of, you know, definitely watching X-Play and all of that, Tech TV, X-Play, and G4 TV, whatever. And it's unfortunate that you see kind of that unfold the way that it did. Maybe he was always like that, and it seems to be that was just his vehicle for being able to build some sort of career for him, and he does not give a crap about the people that made him all the money or made him have a legitimate name for what it is that he's doing. He's not the only one, though. Frosk, we know. To me, I would say the person that killed basically all of the momentum that this company had initially, I would attribute most of the downfall to Frosk. And I'm not saying that, and I'm not taking that lightly. I believe that because I gauged that and I looked at it. It's hard to look at it right now, but X-Play, or rather G4 TV, was not dead on arrival. G4, maybe in terms of the model, was questionable, but they did at least have something going from them, and there was a legitimate nostalgic enthusiasm right when it launched. Everybody had it, including myself. Like, oh, it's cool. They're giving it another shot. Awesome. So most people wanted to see them do good. So it's theirs to screw up. This whole overproduced thing that wasn't ever going to work, but it wasn't like a bad launch, let's say, or a bad idea. I would say that. I don't think that just the idea of relaunching G4 TV was not a terrible idea. It was just poorly executed. Frosk, on the other hand, killed any momentum that it is that they thought they had, because she goes on a rant talking about sexism in gaming. Nobody's trying to hear any of that bull crap. And then the company itself co-signs everything it is that she says. Any momentum that they had is gone. It was yours to screw up, and it was gone there because it's like, oh, we're getting much of the same bull crap. Frosk has this to say, however. I've been angry for a time with my peers. This is just posted the day that I'm recording this. I don't know when you're seeing it. But he says, I've been angry for a long time with my peers for not using their power and voice to stand up for others in this industry. Had to come to some hard terms that people who I had known for years, who I thought were good friends, just weren't. Devastated me for a long time. I can't say exactly what it is she's talking about. If she's talking about like, hey, y'all didn't have, because she did kind of allude to that, like not enough people. You had some people that were internal that had her back, and then it seemed like they didn't have it anymore. Probably because they were like, oh crap, this chick is about to get us all fired. We're going to lose our jobs due to this, or we're going to end up firing ourselves because we're not going to be able to make any return on this. And I don't know, but it's the idea, like within this industry, that it's for the activism. Now, I will say this. You don't want any level of bull crap, bad acting being, let's say, plaguing an industry. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, you don't want abuse and some of those ideas plaguing the industry, and you should be honest with yourself and be able to certainly address those. But the world doesn't, let's say, or the industry, any industry doesn't necessarily revolve around you and your particular activism, or thinking that it's your responsibility to try to root this, in fact, or uproot this. The fact is that you're probably better off leading by certainly example, not necessarily in going on hoorah sexism and gaming rants, but just being a good person, right? And definitely you have to understand that you are in a marketplace that relies on viewers, that relies on buyers, that relies on customers. And oftentimes a lot of like definitely with gaming, people are trying to get away from that. So if you use this platform that you're given to make a stand, you can't expect everybody to kind of fall in line with you. But this is what Frost says. Anyway, I'm leaving the industry. Found new work elsewhere. This industry is really messed up, and what happened to me and plenty of others wasn't fair. I don't know if she's talking about getting fired. I think you getting let go was absolutely fair and you deserved it. And you probably I believe you to be the primary determinant of why G4 failed in the way that it did. She said, and it could have been avoided if we all stood up together. It's like, that makes me think she's talking about G4 TV. Like, if y'all backed me, even though we were basically going to be bleeding in the red, we could have got past this. Probably some economic illiteracy there, but it is what it is. Says, but I get why. Cheers and good luck. So Frosk apparently is leaving the industry. She's found new work elsewhere. I don't know what she's going to go into. Good luck on that, whatever it is that she is going to end up doing. But Frosk has made it clear that she will no longer be in this industry. Look, guys, there's lessons to be learned when you view kind of what happened with G4 TV and Frosk. We've talked about all of them. I think one of the big ones is to take from this. It's like, dude, people who do not consume as gamers to be lectured politically. They simply don't. The ones that may care about it, there will be a handful, but most people don't give a crap about that. That defeats the purpose. A lot of people want to get into gaming, right? And escape from the politics, the social views, all that other bull crap. They just want to have some fun. And it's a medium that's specifically like, that's what it's about, fun, right? People having fun. And if you try to enter into an industry where you're making it unfun for people because you want to bring in this whole, you think that you are, I don't know what she thinks of herself as, but a heroine that is just trying to do the right thing and really just destroy what plagues this industry. But by speaking up and using a platform to voice these, look, man, you can't expect everybody to be on board. But it also goes to show, and this is the other lesson from it, is that these guys ain't as powerful as you like to think. Just when they get to yapping and all that, dude, the problem is that you have so many companies, when that happens and they start making noise, they fold. Because they trick themselves into believing like this is somehow like the position that everybody has. This is what everybody wants because it's loud on Twitter and yada, yada. But you see what happens when you just say, let them do their thing. They'll see themselves out, right? And when you do listen to them, you can probably destroy your company. You don't want to be that guy like G4 TV. It's a lot of lessons to learn from there. But you can take it as good news, bad news, whatever way you want to. Frosk is no longer in the industry. Wherever you're viewing the content, I appreciate you. If you enjoyed it, you may be interested in my comic book company, Rippaverse Comics. Our first book and campaign, ISOM #1, brought in $3.7 million with tens of thousands of satisfied customers. Visit Rippaverse.com to check out our store and stay up to date with the latest campaigns from one of the hottest new comic book companies. Also, my first big step towards a parallel economy was the development of my personal website, ericdjuly.com. This entirely replaced my Patreon. Now, if you enjoy this content, please consider becoming a member over at the website. We have an ever-expanding list of perks for various membership tiers, a forum, and a phone app. Some of these perks will even benefit you if you're fans of the Rippaverse. Anyway, I appreciate you so much for being a supporter and or customer. I even got a little love for my haters.